division between Fiji and PNG. If you are able, we ask you to stay in the room perhaps to join the players, umpires and officials in the singing of PNG national anthem. National player from the Mosquitoes football club in Australia.
And the love is elite coming from everyone today. As we're gearing up for the latest round of action in the men's open competition. Hello and good afternoon and welcome here to the Sunshine Coast. My name's Chris. It's absolutely glorious being your company wherever you may be watching right around the world. And the love coming through the YouTube feed is absolutely fantastic. And look, I think we're going to be spoiled being in your company today. We've got a wonderful game of footy coming to you right around the country. And the beauty about today is, at least from my perspective as a caller, is I don't actually have access to any of the team sheets from either side. So we're going a little bit blind today, so we'll just have some fun with it. And if you recognise any of the players that you'd like to give a shout out that might be able to help the process, that'd be absolutely wonderful. But PNG will have a shot on goal to start proceedings. Right foot kick on its way. Will go up towards the top of the square. Ball hits the deck. The Tribe working hard out of defence, and the two number ones collide, and we'll see a ball up. We've got Jeremy Cass there saying, "Let's go, my brothers. Hashtag Mozzies." Walton Brian Whippy says, "Go, Fiji, go." Crusader says, "What was the Fijian dance called, if it isn't the haka?" Meanwhile here, shot on goal here from PNG, and they've got the opening goal. 2 minutes into the first term. It's PNG 1 straight 6 lead Fiji yet to score. And see here from the stoppage. Beautiful tap. Just got a little bit of separation of where the ruck contest was. And that's a great goal. So g'day Crusader. It is Chris again. It's wonderful being in your company, my friend. And we're seeing some wonderful footy already. So apologies, we don't have the team sheets here today, tucked up in the old commentary box. We're just going to enjoy some wonderful football here with you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. As the Mozzies, they lead this one straight 6. Leading the Fijian tribe, yet to score. Peggy says, go, Fiji, go. The ball goes up towards the outer side, and the tribe mark very strongly, full-chested on the outer wing. Had some very good players coming through the development program, Fiji. As highlighted by some of the talent through their under-17 boys program, which I had the privilege of watching a lot of. Luke Scarlett says, go the umpires. I do have the names of those. A wonderful tribe in the fluoro I'll get to very shortly at the next stoppage is PNG. Move the ball swiftly. The Mozzies are in fine form. They will take the mark on the outer side of the ground. I've had the privilege of calling PNG once. As the ball goes back inside the forward 50. This could be for goal number 2. Couldn't quite gather there. Slips up. Has the support of an extra teammate. It was a 3-on-2, and I don't know if that was it was a push in the back. So Paul Phillip kicked the first goal. Thank you very much, Jeremy. I'll take that one in there. Paul Phillip, number 8. And that's Paul with the goal, with the ball in hand at the moment. So he was awarded a free kick for a push in the back. I wonder if he wants to come out on the angle a little bit, open it up, and he hits the woodwork. He appears to be doing all the attacking early for PNG. They lead this one 1-1-7 to Fiji, yet to score. Appreciate your company wherever you may be watching around the world, and keep up the cheering. And it's all thanks to you guys. We have now cracked more than 10,000 subscribers for this channel. That is fantastic. As PNG, the Mozzies will have another shot on goal. We've had an influx of, I think, maybe 500 to 600 subscribers just in the past few days joining on the feed. So it is all thanks to you for jumping on board and making this possible. So PNG, the Mozzies, with a kick on goal. Kept inside the field of play, and that's a strong mark taken on the last line of attack. He'll play on now, snap around the body, kick a goal, and the Mozzies have got 2. You can see this kick just faded to the left, and he was the only player that contested it. And a right foot kick around the body, a lovely finish. 5 minutes into the first term, it's the Mozzies, PNG, 2-1-13 lead. Fiji yet to score. Crusader says, I'm watching from New Zealand, but I have a huge fascination with Pacifica footy, especially Nauru, but also Tonga and Fiji. Leiston says, go Andrew Lay, 100. Crusader says, I really hope to see footy take off professionally in the Pacific in my lifetime. I agree. I think there's a lot to like here, and this is what we've seen about the Pacific Cup, Crusader, is it's providing an opportunity specifically for these island countries to get involved and showcase the growth of the game in the AFL, and giving us a chance to learn a little bit more about their style of play. As the tribe will go back inside the forward 50 for their first time today, up towards the top of the square. Good defence there from the Mozzies. With the extra number, looping the ball up through the corridor. At the free kick down the field, so they'll take the advantage now as they move all across the commentary wing now, as the ball gets thumped up towards high half forward. And they'll move swiftly inside the forward 50. No, they won't. The Fijians have got some great numbers here. Beautiful tackle there by the Mozzies. But Fiji have got some extra numbers around this contest. Right full kick just shimmies it forward. Ricochets off a PNG defender. The tribe. A right full kick just over the top of the intended target. And now PNG utilising that run and speed at breakneck level. It is exciting to watch. A great brand of footy, end-to-end stuff here from PNG. Just the ball slips out of his grasp. Spent it before he'd had it, as they would say, so that he'd predetermined where he was going to do it before he actually did it. They probably need to bring the ball up towards the corridor, PNG. They're working well. They've got the overlap here. They'll run to 40 metres out from goal. Right foot kick on its way. And it hangs out to the right. Minor score. PNG 2-2-14. Lead Fiji yet to score. 7 minutes gone here in the first term. Shout out to my husband who's playing for Fiji, number 8. Thank you so much. I will I'll certainly plug him, Anne. As the ball goes in towards the middle of the ground now. Trying to take on the extra numbers. That bobbled out in the tackle. Holding the ball. Anything you can do, Anne, is much appreciated. Husband, Josie Broccoli. Fantastic. So I'll be keeping an eye on him. Appreciate that. Trying to draw the 50-metre penalty there was Paul Phillip. Phillip dribbles it all up towards high half forward. PNG looking to move forward again now. Swinging around, right foot kick up towards the corridor. Fiji, they've just got to hit some targets. They're rushing with their clearance kicks out of half back. The PNG have got plenty of numbers. That's the problem for them, and they're just, I think they're just getting a little bit panicked around the contest. Just rushing and just making simple mistakes. It's one of those instances here for Fiji is they need to take a breath and slow down. You can just see there's a lot of adrenaline being rushed. We can see just off at half forward, there is a Fiji player down holding his head. So he's getting the best of care. We had a water carrier. And now a trainer just providing the full assessment. And that's super important with what we've got here at Maroochydore is that we have got quality first aid trainers. Some of them are tied in with the local emergency services, making sure that players get the best duty of care at all times. I'm just not sure what happened in that contest. I'm not sure been able to identify the Fijian player who is down at the moment getting the full assessment. You just see that they're doing some neck tests at the moment, looking for head knocks. There's a lot of communication there. See they're testing his arms, testing the ability of the movement of his neck. You could just see the first aid officers asking if they can move their arms freely. And by being able to do so, it means that they could rule out some serious neck damage. And they're going through these step-by-step processes, particularly when it comes to head injuries. They don't muck around. They'll give the best duty of care. Great to be with you with Loato Williams saying, go Fiji, go. Leaston Ila says, go PNG. Motu says, Yumi, go PNG. Lucille says, go PNG. Might just be assessed for a little bit of concussion here. They're just making sure not to move his head too seriously before he can integrate away until he can get to the bench. I would probably strongly encourage that the umpires actually slow the play down. Jeremy Cass says, are there any other camera angles? This is what we've got. This is the camera angle that we've got, and they're doing a wonderful job here today. Good tackle. Speaking of doing wonderful job, a brilliant tackle there by the Tribe in defence. Having a couple of messages from the chat saying, go Fiji, go. Currently got 169 people jumping on board on the stream, and they're seeing PNG put on a strong exhibition so far. Didn't have prior opportunity. The umpire said play on. PNG with some extra numbers. Darting out now. They've got 3-on-1 here. Right foot kick up towards the top of the square through the outstretched arms of the forward. Hacked out of defence there from Fiji. Umpire says play on. Both players had their eye on the ball. Lovely work. And that will be I think that's going to be a ball up. And I have not seen that in any time of football. In fact, it's going to be a free kick to PNG. So that will go against the Fijian water boy. I just think that was bad luck, personally. The kick ricochets. It's going to be a 50-metre penalty. This is bizarre. But it's what's happened there is the ball ricocheted off the Fijian defender, hit the Fijian water carrier, and then the Fijian player on the mark refused to give the ball back in due course, and was unfortunately it resulted in a 50-metre penalty, and now PNG will have a shot on goal. Right foot kick on its way, just snuck it home, and PNG have got 3. You can see here from the set shot, that was one of the more bizarre incidences I've ever seen in a game of football in my entire life. And I've called probably 300-400 games. I have seen chickens hold up play on the field. That is up there with one of the most intriguing and most bizarre incidents where I've seen where the kick ricocheted off a Fijian defender into the Fijian water carrier and resulted in a goal down the other end. And PNG, lovely smother there by the Tribe in the midfield, just slipping over and losing his footing at the crucial stage. Ball still stuck in the middle of the ground now. PNG with plenty of numbers around this contest. Kick squeezed out towards high half forward. Just need to keep their footing, and that's what Fiji have had trouble doing over the past few minutes. And given that we've got forecast rain coming tonight and we will see it over the next couple of days, probably right through the rest of the event, there's a free kick off the ball and it will go to Fiji in their forward line. So we're going to see a free kick to Fiji for a hold, says the umpire. So the Papua New Guinean defender had held on to the Fijian forward more than 100 metres off the ball, and the umpire was in perfect position. There was a bizarre free kick, but one that was there. Right foot kick, it fades away to the right and goes through for a minor score. So that puts Fiji on the board. They've got their first score on the board for today. They draw this one by 19 points. Alice says, Tosso Viti, Tosso Fiji. We've got a few more go Fijis. That's fantastic. Vitiana says go Paula Taviboila. Ball here at high half back here for PNG. Lovely tackle there by the Fijian forwards. They're moving quickly. Bumped off the ball. Handball up and under. Paddle forward up towards the corridor. Umpire said it was fine. Fiji now darting around. Right foot kick. Just kicking towards the outer side. Ricochets off the head there of his Fijian teammate. PNG there on the outer side. Trapped the ball nicely. Left foot kick around the body and they'll mark. There's 2 minutes to go left. 2 minutes to go here in this first term. Fiji on the outer side. A right foot kick up towards left half forward. Mark almost taken there by the captain. Instead it'll be a free kick to the captain there of PNG. And we've got some go. Daki go. Just repeating too. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the team sheets here at the ground. So just bear with me. We will. I'll be led by your brilliance on the chat today, and it will be a free kick to the captain of PNG. And it looks like he's not in a position to take it at this stage. So play will continue. There is a boot missing. Oh, there's a boot or a helmet on the wing. Kick up towards high half forward. Lovely pick up. That's going to be a free kick to the Mozzies. And he's quick to go. Right foot kick up towards high half forward. Couldn't quite take the mark. An up and under kick there from Fiji. Didn't go 15 metres, and that is going to be a free kick for a hold. So Fiji's aggression, just at times, a little bit of undiscipline, but they are still learning and developing the game. Beautiful conditions. Thank you very much, Slade. Could you please let me know which team that's for? As Fiji handball out towards the boundary line, finds a teammate, try to get on his favourite right foot, just got the handball away. Lovely work here by PNG, inside the forward 50. Fiji now under siege at the top of the goal square. Good tackle, not quite. Goal! Goal! And that is a big time goal. We're just watching this one. Nothing more coming from that. See the ball go up towards the top of the goal square. Just couldn't quite hold on to the tackle. And number 15 there from PNG. Well, it is quarter time here at Maroochydore. Papua New Guinea, 4-2-26. Lead Fiji, one behind. My name's Chris. We'll be back with you shortly on the other side of this break. Hello and good afternoon and welcome back here to Maroochydore. We've just got Martin jumping on board. Just repeating as well, I don't actually have the team sheets with me for this game, so I'll be led by the brilliance from your wonderful selves, and we'll be painting the picture as we go along. Marty jumped on board. He was tremendous. It was great being in Marty's company over the past few days with the under-17 boys and girls. He asked who are the goal scorers. Okay, so for PNG, number 15 has kicked 2 goals. Number 6 has kicked 1 goal. And number 8, who I believe is Paul Phillip, he has kicked 1 goal. Romeo says, play clean, boys, no fighting, our Pacific brothers. Juita says, settle down, boys, and stop playing the man, play the ball. Josh says, let's go PNG Mosquitoes, and let's go Ezekiel IGA. That's fantastic. Chris, NBA Highlights says, who is my favourite team? I'm going to say the umpires NBA Highlights. Now, I grew up as an Essendon fan as a young kid growing up, and I've visited a lot of, I went to watch Essendon play a lot in Melbourne. That's where I grew up. But then I moved to Queensland in 2019, and I just love the game in general. I love to see the game grow. Who do you barrack for NBA Highlights? Who's your team? Please don't say Carlton or Collingwood. I probably don't say Collingwood because I was sort of brought up to hate Collingwood. So I was very happy when they've lost grand finals, particularly in 2018. How about you, NBA? Who do you barrack for, NBA? Who's your team? Is anyone else who is watching on the live stream today, do they have any favourite teams in the AFL that they like? Nope. Dunstall Cass says Fiji's playing rugby. Yeah, well, they are playing a rugby-style game, aren't they? I think they're also panicking too. It's just a little bit of frustration. Crusader says Fremantle is my favourite team. Well, they've under Longmuir, they're going to have a great year next year. They recruited well in the off season, and there's a lot of pressure on Fremantle next year under Longmuir as their coach, because there's an expectation that they're not only going to play finals, but they're going to make finals and play deep into at least make at least the semi-finals. I feel for your AFLW team, Crusader. Freo lost to Adelaide on the weekend in a very tough game, but looking at, I've seen Adelaide in the AFLW play a few times. They're just a remarkable team. Crusader says, yeah, Freo have a list on paper that needs to deliver. Philip Gabriel, Gold Coast Suns all the way. Who do you like from the Gold Coast Suns, Phil? Who are some of your favourite players that you enjoy watching? I spent a fair bit of time around the Gold Coast Suns Footy Club, I call their VFL home games and call their AFLW home games as well, and try and get along and watch the AFL team as much as possible. So I only live probably 15 minutes away from the ground, so I enjoy getting out there as often as possible. Got a lot of mates out there and love seeing them develop, and I want them to succeed as well. We're talking AFL while we've got this game going on, but sporting teams on the Gold Coast actually really struggle to develop. We don't get that. We don't get much success. No Gold Coast team ever in any sport has actually had a lot of success at national level, so whether it be basketball, rugby, or AFL. So, meanwhile, ball is inside the forward line there for PNG, and Fiji kick into the back of the defender. NBA Highlights says, "Do you like Brisbane?" Yeah, look, I've got a lot of mates who work around Brisbane. I spent a lot of time at their VFL and AFLW ground. But NBA Highlights, and I'll probably share the same sentiment as a lot of people here, and even Crusaders, that we want to see the sport thrive. So I grew up in Victoria, which is the heartland of AFL, and you just want to see other states, like we've got rugby is the dominant sport here in Queensland. So I just like seeing it thrive. So when Brisbane and Gold Coast are having a good run of success, whether it be in the AFL or the AFLW, I think it's just great for the sport. Just like we're seeing great performances out here. PNG will pump the ball inside the forward line. Mark not quite taken, 20 metres out from goal. Fiji, lovely pressure. by PNG. That forward pressure has been dynamic. Just need to see the water carry. Just get off the ground quickly. You don't want to see a replay of what happened earlier. Ball comes up towards the commentary side. This is a good opportunity here for the Tribe. An up and under kick. One for the Brave. That's a courageous effort. They've got a number over the top. They've just got to push forward. One-on-one inside the forward 50. And now make that 3-on-3. Beautiful tackle. Didn't have prior opportunity. The umpire said play on. Fortunately, PNG just had the run and carry, kicking the ball up towards high half forward. They've got the extra number around this contest. Curled around the body there from Phillip. Mark dropped there towards the top of the square. Fiji under siege. Probably just need to go to the boundary line. That's not a bad kick out towards the outer side. PNG with the extra numbers, and we'll see a mark. I'll get back to some of your comments shortly. Life, Health and Wellbeing says Freo Dockers. Matt Pavlich was my favourite player. Yeah, he's an absolute legend, the Pav. Right foot kick on its way, missing to the far side. Have you had the chance, Life, Health and Wellbeing, to watch Pav on the commentary at all? I think he does a wonderful job. He's got a very knowledgeable football brain, as PNG will go back inside the forward 50, up towards the top of the square. They'll kick another one here. That's his third. If somebody on the stream could please let me know who that is. Number 15 for PNG. He has got 3 goals. Absolutely wonderful. All alone. And he's having a day out. As that margin extends out to 32 points. So we'll go through some more comments. Susan Churchill says, my favourite team is North Melbourne. Go the girls this weekend. Oh, look, Susan, I'd hate to admit it. I'm barracking for the Bombers, and I want Brisbane to have that success too, living up here in Queensland. It's North Melbourne's to lose. They've got so much talent. They've got the best midfield, best defence, best forward line. They've got the best leadership at that footy club. They're the most well-balanced team in the AFLW. I really, really love what they've got in that team. So it's good. We've got some North and Freo fans as Fiji. That's going to be a 50-metre penalty. And it's, well, no. It's getting a little bit hot under the collar here. This is not what we need in this game. We need cool heads to provide. So Paps Bro says full forward is David Puter. Thanks for that. So David's kicked 3 goals. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And they're going to go back and they kick another one. They've kicked another one here, PNG. We'll go that on the replay. At the top of the square, in the number 11. And they've got their 6th goal. 38 points the margin, just a little bit of undiscipline. So, yeah, Paps Bro, thank you. So David Puter has kicked 3 goals. So just more of a heads up, I don't have any of the team sheets in front of me. Kevin Bull says, guys, call the game and stop the waffle. Okay. I think we'll take you that. I'll take you on that, Kev. Appreciate that nonetheless. So Fiji now trying to get the ball out of the centre. And we'll see a stoppage. Just forward of centre for Fiji. It's PNG 6-3-39. Lead Fiji, 1 behind. PNG with an up and under kick up towards centre half forward. PNG with some extra numbers. 48 metres out from goal. Just a little bit of pressure. That was good. It did just enough. They've got 4-on-1 in defence here, the Tribe. But now PNG, they're getting some of those extra numbers around this contest. 40 metres out, and we'll see a stoppage. Fiji midfielders not working together is what Juita says. They're just not getting their hands on the ball. That's the problem. When they do, they're panicking, and that's why we're just seeing little silly mistakes. And we've got a free kick here to number 19 for PNG, the Mozzies. Kicked 6 goals on the bounce without a response. for his first goal of the day. Left to right, that's all it's needed. That's a beautiful kick. It's coming back. It's wonderful. Let's have a look at that on the replay. Fantastic kick. That's all he needed to do. Jeffrey Vogue, thank you so much for that. Jeff Vogue getting his hands on the ball and kicking a goal. Making the most of that free kick. Seeing if that's 3 of the 7 goals from free kicks that have gone to PNG. So they're now out to a 44-point lead. And yeah, just repeating again too, I do apologise, I don't actually have the team sheet. So we're just working with what we've got here, and most importantly, it's me being in your company with nearly 200 people watching on the stream, enjoying this contest. And I just want to see Fiji back themselves and play some possession footy. Doesn't necessarily mean about going forward and kicking a goal. They have not had 3 possessions in a row. So we've sort of got a boundary thrown. So what I mean by that is I want to see them have the ball across halfback and just chip the ball around. Just get the ball working together. So what we're seeing at the moment is they're getting the ball and they're handballing or kicking straight away. They're not looking for their targets. They're rushing. And then they're often finding their teammates who have got 2 defenders on them. You see that instance there. I don't mind that, just hacking the ball forward. You have to do that in that situation there. As PNG will mark and they'll come up through the corridors. This is what we want to see. Just linking together, getting multiple possessions. So he's just lowered his eyes here and he's found the target. So that's what Fiji hasn't done. That's 3 targets in a row. Right foot kick inside the forward 50. Make that 4. So when we're talking about what Fiji hasn't done, that's an example of what they should do and what they can do. And now we've got the great man, Jeffrey Vogue, going up for his second goal. He's going for goal number 2. First goal from general play. That is just a wonderful passage of play. So Vogue, same as before, same spot, and he's got it home. He's now got 2. And that is a wonderful passage of play. We've highlighted just what Fiji need to do from half back. And if they can do that, that's exactly what can happen. We're out to a 50-point lead. And that is 2 goals to Jeffrey Vogue. We've got 3 to Dave Pewter. NBA Highlights says, Chris, what's your favourite sport? My favourite sport is whatever I can enjoy. I'm not a fan of motorsport. Personally, I just love seeing athletes go toe-to-toe. Let me know in the comments what your favourite sport is. I'm going to take a guess and say it's NBA. NBA goes all right. We have Christine, says, let's go PNG Mozzies. Says Belay, saying, Scotty Erk, let's go Jeffrey. 2 good boys. Mozzies, let's go. Kick inside the forward 50. That's another mark inside the forward 50 here for the Mosquitoes. Right foot kick. Good defensive work there from the Tribe. They're slipping over at the crucial stage. That's 3 or 4 times. And that's going to be the theme of the week after today with the forecast rain scheduled to come. And the umpire let it go just for a little bit and we'll see a stoppage. In fact, no, a free kick. It'll go to Fiji. I want to say for holding the ball. So PNG 8-3-51 lead Fiji 1 behind. Almost taken there by Fiji across half back. PNG with some extra numbers now. You can see that Fijian player just a little bit slow to his feet. Just sock it off the ground. That's good. Just kick the distance, but keep following up the play. He's got to lay the tackle. He made a desperate attempt. Appreciate the effort. Mark here by the Mozzies. Good defensive work there by the Fijian defender. Multiple attempts. They're just having trouble keeping their footing, particularly on this side of the ground where there has been some precipitation. A little bit of rain over the weekend. And the Mozzies will settle across half back. This is what we need to see. This is what we like. There's a couple of links here. Darting through the corridor, just lowering the ice, taking a little bit of time. Bang! Came over the top. Got him a little bit too high. That was accidental. So I want to see... Well, he's going to kick the ball deeper inside the forward 50, where the Fijians had a couple of extra loose defenders, and that's why we're seeing this brilliant run and carry the ball. He's able to get the ball 100 metres from the point of contact at first. Mark has been taken. He squeezed out towards the commentary side, still inside the field of play. Lovely work. Just paddling it forward. Good desperate attempt there from Fiji. Right foot kick inside the forward pocket of 2-on-1. That's Dave Pewter again. But the second attempt was taken out of bounds. We'll see a boundary throw in. It's PNG, 8-3-51 lead. Fiji one behind. This PNG outfit, it's outstanding. It's exciting to watch. Their forward line is ticking over. They've got their defenders working well across half-back. They're chipping the ball around, maintaining possession. And we'll see another repeat throw-in. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in this first half. I appreciate your company wherever you may be watching. If you're on the stream today, tell us where you're from. Be great to hear from you. In the last game, when I had the open men's, we had people from 6 different countries watching. And we'll see another throw-in. As they say, third time's a charm, don't you think? Number 4 might be Kelly. I'm going to run with that. So thank you very much. Boundary throw in here. There we go. We've got it. Good work there by our umpires. Appreciate the wonderful work that they do. Big hits on the PNG forward. Umpire says play on. And we'll see a stoppage. At half-time, we'll go through. Kelly Caglia. Coglia. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, guys. Really do. As we've seen a cramp here from the Fijians. It's the back line, watching from Bar, Western Fiji. Thanks, Susan. I hope you're having a great time over there. What's the weather like? We've got Josh Emmanuel watching all the way from PNG. Matty Bedford watching from Bundaberg. Good on you, mate. We're in the same state, mate. It's great to enjoy your company. NBA Highlight says Cooper Clark is my brother. Fantastic. Cooper's a very, very good player too. I really enjoy watching him in action. Jeremy says, might see a blowout on the scores. Yeah, Brendan, NBA Highlight says, and Brendan Clark. So that's over in New Zealand too. Yep, they had a good... Oh, Brendan is your dad. That's fantastic. Jeremy said, we might see a blowout on scores. I think what we're seeing here is just Fiji are looking to develop and grow their skill set. PNG are a little bit more established in the AFL space with their development program. Jeremy says, watching for PNG, currently work too. Awesome, mate. What do you do? What do you do for work? Clearing kick up towards the middle of the ground here, and the PNG settle. Susan says hot and humid, but dry in the west. Beautiful kick inside the forward 50. And Jeff Vogue is having a quarter and a half. He's kicked the past 2 goals of the game from this identical spot. As we're nearing half-time, he's very much having an impact inside this forward line. Him and Dave Pewter, unstoppable. So he knows this spot very well. Question of accuracy, got it. He's got 3, the last 3 of the game. And that's a beautiful finish. 15 and a half minutes gone here in this first half, 56-point margin. Nice mark there, Jeffrey. Says Keith. Says B. Lay says go Andrew Lay. Jack says watching from PNG, Port Moresby. They've got a lot of great football over there. Great football program. Says I've lived here these days 13 years now and love it. Imagine to be getting great weather over there too. Generally speaking, that'd be fantastic weather for the most part. Penelope says watching from CBT in Fiji. Great to be with you, Penelope. Should be very proud of your team, what they've been able to produce just to get out on the park. They're up against a really impressive PNG outfit. And that's another stride mark. It's a little bit further out. He's going for 4 goals in a row, Jeff Vogue. It's quite amazing. We just highlight the AFL program in PNG is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So they're firming. They might very well be the team to beat. There's Vogue from 51 metres out from goal. Trails away, and that'll be no score. So it is half time. And I'll go through your comments on the other side of this break. It's PNG 9-3-57, lead Fiji 1 behind. Be back with you shortly. My name's Chris. Really appreciate your company. Good afternoon and almost good evening, depending which part of the world you're watching from. My name's Chris. It's wonderful being in your company. It's PNG 9-3-57 to Fiji 1 behind. Just going through some of your comments now, and I absolutely appreciate you guys jumping on board, having a chat. Damien says, I want the Tribes to put up a competition. It's a bit one-sided at the moment. I agree. Damo probably says more about the where the development is for both countries. Looking at how Fiji performed through the under-17 boys, I watched or called all their games, and I saw a lot of potential there. I think they had 2 or 3 players that really stood out, and they probably had another sort of 7 or 8 that are equally as competitive without standing out too much. So while we're seeing a bit of a lopsided score from the Fijians at the moment here in the men's, I really like what I see coming through with the juniors. They've got a really good midfield and a really good defender, and their ruckman. I sort of put together a sort of a rough team of the tournament yesterday after seeing all the teams play several times, and their young ruckman that they've got at the moment. His name escapes me. I've got it in on some of the sheets in front of me at the moment. Just bear with me because he's definitely worth giving a bit of a plug. So I do want to where are we? Under 17 boys. So I'm looking at so this is just in terms of talent. Epi Ratu in the number 53 for the under 17 boys. I really rate him. He's a tremendous young player. He's only 15. I think he's only sort of 16, 17 years of age. We got Delicia Ame, who is a brilliant leader around that team. Then we've also got a couple of other players in there. Aparama Vanaway is fantastic. I really enjoy the work of Rasiato Goro across half-back. I think there's 3 or 4 players that I just mentioned there that I really like and I can see developing really strong assets to this footy team going forward. So it's really important to look at what the talent they've got coming through. We'll go through some of your other comments. Cespa Lay says, proud PNG here. Go Scotty Johnson. Josh Emmanuel says, AFL is underrated in PNG, but there's some of us who love the game because our brothers and friends play. Yeah, look, it's really working to a treat there. That game is really taking off. We're having a lot more of a buy-in from Australia going over there, investing a lot more time and money into AFL over in PNG, and that's why we're seeing the resources helping develop that space. So I think it just comes from a lot of Australians moving over to PNG, and of course it's like me moving from Victoria, which is the heartland of AFL, and moving to Queensland. One of the things I'm sort of really driven to do living in Queensland, which is highly populated by rugby league, is I'm instinctively drawn to seeing what I can do to help grow the game of AFL in this state. So we're seeing a lot of Australians go over to PNG and running clinics and doing development programs, trying to get some more resources, some more gear. So that's probably a big difference. I don't know. PNG is probably more of a living destination, whereas you look at Fiji from an Australian's point of view, we're probably not seeing many Australians move over to Fiji. So Susan says, AFL do it hard here with so much other football here. They get very little publicity, even the FBC News. So I think, as you know, the Fijian News doesn't acknowledge them as AFL. I've seen them tagged as rugby league, football and sport. I think that's the other thing to take into consideration too, Susan, and you've hit the nail on the head, is that AFL in PNG is probably one of the top 3 or 4 sports in the country. Whereas with what we've got in Fiji, there's an abundance of sports to love and choose from. So I think when you've got that much choice, it's harder for organisations or sporting bodies to attract more players. So they've got to work a lot more harder, and that just comes down to resources and dare I say, ex-Australians going over there and trying to create programs and development programs and maybe buy some gear and do a lot more work over there. That's probably what they need. That'll happen in time. So that's what we're seeing, the difference between the two at the moment. Eddie says, watching for PNG, Kareka Village. Go number 24, PNG Mosquitoes. Omega Jigoba. Hope I got that right. fantastic. I'm going to write that down. So Omega, just pump him up there. Alice Kagina, Bulla Chris, watching from Fiji. Patrick Savaro says, go David. Savaro from Dad Patrick Savaro. What number does he wear, Patrick? Zuita says, 2 quarters down, back to the basics and just man up. NBA Highlight says, how do you know Cooper Clark? I don't know him personally. I've just seen him play footy and I really like what he brings. So, yeah, we were all connected through just watching him play and happy days. On the restart here at Maroochydore, it's Fiji will go inside the forward 50 for a rare time today. Some impressive work defensively that will see the ball out of bounds. We'll see a boundary throw in. The attacking zone for Fiji. So a lot of cheering going on. Now we've got Killer watching from Cairns. Great to be with you, Killer. Absolutely fantastic. Cairns a beautiful part of the world. I think you're going to get some rain this week, and I'm hearing from the Cairns locals, they're saying it's about time. Ball 40 metres out from the Tribe's goal. They'd love one here just to start the second half, and they deserve it. They've worked so hard across this game for a little reward, but it's a testament. It's a lovely pickup there from Fiji. It's a testament to PNG's defence. Here's a chance. Under pressure, holding the ball. Kev Bull says development in PNG has come a long way over the past decade with success in local competitions and recent representation in the Asian AFL Cup, winning the past 3 Division 1 carnivals, the PNG Mercs. Yeah, they've certainly come a long way, particularly since the last International Cup in 2017, 7 years ago. You wouldn't recognise them, would you? There's a lot has changed in the last 7 years, and that's for the best, and we're seeing that on full display here, as we'll see a stoppage here at centre half forward. Carlos, watching from Auckland in New Zealand. Good on you, Carlos. Good to be with you. Markham says, sitting with Archie Mayeka. He should be there tomorrow for the game on Thursday. Greetings from PNG. Great to be in your company, Markham. Absolutely, I'm pumped to have you on board and getting around and supporting supporting the crew in PNG. As we'll see a boundary throw in. If you are on the stream today and you've got a favourite AFL team, I know we've got a Freo supporters, we've got North supporters, we've got a few watching on that just love the game of AFL. We see a boundary throw in on the outer side. What we're seeing from this game is we're seeing what Fiji are looking at PNG going, this is what we can be like in 5 or 6 years' time as we start to develop. I'm seeing some good tackling over there. We're seeing PNG have really developed over the last 5 years and really improved, as has been highlighted. Hat-trick of championships has gone to their name in the Asian Cup. And this is why. They've played a lot of footy together and they're improving immensely. Some great work there from Kelly. Inside the forward, 50! Mark almost taken there by PNG. Working hard. There is Dave Purita. Purita, handball's back in board. Under enormous pressure, Fiji. Umpire says play on. Got the handball out now. Right foot kick around the body. Should be a goal. No, they've got the goalkeeper there for Fiji. I just want to see the player come back off the mark, and the umpire is telling him to do so now. This is a much better performance here from Fiji, and this is good. Hitting targets, whether it be in the defensive part of the ground or forward. Can he nail one here? Yes, not quite. Just over the top. But this is the best passage of play Fiji have had for the game. They've linked up several times. The ball on the outer side. The captain there for PNG couldn't quite trap the ball. Just clearing some ground. And we'll see a boundary throw in. Cespillet says, proud PNG here. Support Stapp. Go Scotty Johnson. Great. Great to have you, Cespi. And I did receive a text message saying that a lot of people around Port Moresby, they are pumped. The place is, the whole state is rocking. And they're loving what they're seeing on a Monday afternoon in the evening as Fiji with a flying shot at goal That's their first score since early in the first term. But it's a good positive sign. Good kick from long range. As I mentioned before, it's their best passage of play, and it's fitting that they've got a score. It wasn't a goal, but you've got it in that half of the ground. 55 points the margin. And my word, PNG, they won't slow down at all. They are so quick. And they're moving beautifully here. They've got some options through the corridor. Make the most of the opportunity to bounce now, gentlemen, because you're going to have a bit of difficulty this week. That's 3 bounces. Right foot kick. Inside the forward 50. Good hard work here from the Fijian defence. Saw the options out of the corner of his eyes. Beautiful. Couldn't quite take the mark, but had the time and composure. Right foot kick. Up towards high half forward. Good attempt to dive there. Still inside the field of play. Lovely work there from Fiji. They just need some extra support. It's a 3-on-1. Turns into a 4-on-2. And we'll see a boundary throw in. Watching from PNG go. Mozzies. Gerika Bombers boys. Rex Perugia. John James. Levi. Glenn Sanyong. Jeremiah Ben. Joe Guinera. And not forgetting Kelly Gorgler. Thanks, Eddie. Hope you're having a great time of it. Eddie, it's great being with you, and those names will certainly help, particularly that I don't have the team sheets today, and learning from you guys. It's this is your show. I just have the pleasure of being in your company. Strong mark across half back. Much better performance from Fiji in this term, don't you think? And that is highlighted to perfection there. Some great defensive work. Handball over the top. Take the little wins while you can. And a free kick too high, so it will go to Fiji. Sesby says, go Scotty and Andrew. Stewart says, support the both teams. Go AFL and the Pacific. How good is it? And Keith says, good, nice start to the Fijians. They've come out with a different level of intensity, haven't they? That's great to see. You've got to take the wins while you can. So they'll have the ball in hand here, the Fijians. Long way out, just lower the eyes, the forward caught from behind. It'll take some time, but they'll get there. They'll definitely kick a goal in this game. I can feel it. It's really turning around. Right foot kick, just bounces in front, went through his legs. Strong work here from PNG. Right foot kick across the outer side, that's better. This is fantastic. And we just have to wind back the clock from 3 minutes ago when they transitioned the ball from defence. From the other end of the ground, they were able to move across that outer side. That set up this passage of play, this period of play where they're locking the ball inside their forward line. Right foot kick on its way. It's got the distance. Has it got the accuracy? Not quite. But we are 7.5 minutes gone here in this third term. Back to 54 points. And a strong, well-weighted mark. Carlos says my favourite player is Jacob from the MZ team. He's the best player I've seen straight from the east side. Ah, magnificent. They breed him well over the east side. As PNG will go forward again. And they'll have a shot on goal. Jeffrey Vogue. This is within his distance. Clyde says, watching from Port Moresby, go Ezekiel Iger and Killer Live. Thanks for joining us, Clyde. Watching from Waigani, PNG. Go Glenn Sanyong. It's Project Hassman. Thanks for jumping on board, Project. Meanwhile, Jeff is going for goal number 4. Got close to the player on the mark. Left it out to the right. And Dave Pewter marks uncontested. He just needs to go back and kick the goal. This is what we want to see more from our players, is that they're within range. Just go back and back yourself in. Embrace the confidence. Embrace the moment. Own the moment. Right foot kick on its way. And he does own the moment. He has got 4. Let's see that on the replay. 8.5 minutes gone here in this term. We're out to a game-high lead, 60 points. Tesby Lay says, go, Junior Jeffrey Lay. Well, it's 63-3. Go, son, number 49. Let's go, boys, says Kaviani. It's not that, in my take here, in my observations being here at the ground, it's not that Fiji are playing poorly. I think it's just PNG, the Mozzies, are playing so good. So good. They're moving the ball well. Quick transition from defence. James 20 says, go Jeffrey Vogue, do this for mum. Your last born is watching from Pom PNG. Josh Emmanuel says, Clyde confirmed. There's a bit of conversation there happening in the chat with some of our guests, esteemed guests who are joining us here today. Ball on the outer side here. Just a lovely tackle there from Fiji. Just never gave up. Paddled the ball forward on the outer side. How is that desperation? That is impressive. It might not amount to much on the scoreboard, but they're not giving up, the Fijians. That'll be a free kick for push in the act of the kick. They'll take the advantage here, PNG. Lovely tackle again. We've got Chris watching from EBA. Thanks for joining us, Chris. We've got Cavani saying, let's go, Fiji. Look, be excited, Fiji fans. They've stepped up the intensity. Their efforts are fantastic. The desperation is phenomenal. Kick ricochets back inside the forward 50 for PNG. Did he come over a little bit too high? Good pressure here from the tribe. United as one. Here comes PNG. Cheeky kick off the outside of the boot. Up towards high half forward. PNG working their way out, conceding ground. That's good. Very good. Right foot kick. Couldn't quite hit the target. There's Vogue. Long way out from home. Well done, Fiji. And he's going to be penalised, holding the ball. Josh says, go Rex Bagua. Full support from Murray Barracks from Port Moresby. Teresa says, watching all the way from PNG. Go Glenn Sanyong. So it's a good effort from both teams here in this third term. Up towards high half forward. Has Vogue over the top. Vogue now linking well with his teammate. Lovely work. Just looking for options. Just go back, kick the goal, put it up towards the top of the square. 3 on 2. Right foot kick, hit the belly of the ball, kicked it out of bounds on the full. They relaxed a bit there, PNG. Just a lapse in concentration there from the defence from the tribe. So my name's Chris. Wherever you're watching, it's just wonderful, glorious being in your company today. Calling international football. We don't get this opportunity. Not many callers in Australia have the opportunity to do what Daniel Viles and I are doing at the moment. It's something very special for us. As Fiji thump the ball up towards the middle of the ground. PNG do have the extra numbers. Been good in defence all game now. Inside the forward 50. They've got the extra numbers here, PNG, but Fiji says, not today. Not today at all. Left foot kick, just saw a teammate, unopposed. Kick across the outer side. They've got the overlap here, Fiji. Up towards centre half forward. That's better. They've got a teammate over the top. Just needs to come back off the mark a little bit. Now he elects to go long up towards the top of the goal square. And PNG settle. Going back and taking a mark. We've got, let's go, big brother Jeff Hardy Vogue. Josh says number 11, Papua New Guinea, full support. And that's the point. That is a point. It's a point to Fiji. So he played on when he was out. He played on over the line. So margin back to 59 points. Kick inside the forward 50. That's better. That's a good mark. Watching from lot 12. Watching from Suva, Fiji. Is Dan. Thanks for joining us, Dan. Great to be with you, my friend. There's a little bit of friendly discussions happening off the ball. Meanwhile, Fiji going to have their first genuine shot on goal. Right foot kick on its way. It's looking good. It's home! Fiji! They've broken the drought. Let's see here. From long range. That is a big time goal. 14 minutes gone here in this term. As a Fijian player has been attended to in the middle of the ground. Back to 53 points. And that we did say during the call that Fiji deserve a goal, and they've worked so hard. Susan says PNG are playing a brilliant game, making Fiji look worse than what they actually are. Keep going, Tribe, and do your best. Look, PNG are playing a wonderful game. Absolutely, they're playing a wonderful game. And I think PNG, they could play against, we've already seen Nauru and New Zealand play today. I think the sort of game that PNG are playing, they can beat those teams. Absolutely beat those teams. And, this is not good at all. I don't know whether it's a shoulder injury or an AC joint. That is devastating for the young Fijian. We truly hope that this is just a precautionary. It's a lot of bravery. And their medical team giving him the absolute best support possible. Getting lots of love from PNG. Thyra says watching from the Lihio Islands. Go PNG. Tosso, Viti, Tosso from Susan. So we've got the final minute. And Fiji likely to have the last score of a third quarter. And unfortunately, I couldn't recognise the number of the player that kicked that goal. But on the restart here, rest assured there'll be more goals if they keep this work rate up. They've got a chance here, the Tribe. Another kick inside the forward 50. Can they get a late one here? Not quite. PNG defence has been strong, the Mosquitoes. Told to go around the mark. Thanks for joining us, Peggy. Watching from Suva, Fiji. Number 15. Thanks, Mary. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right foot kick inside the forward 50. And that is the mark. So it is number 15 who's going to go for goal number 2. Goal number 2 for Fiji. If you take away that first half, you would think, if you were just watching without the scores, that the game was pretty even. Kick on its way. Out of bounds on the full. Three-quarter time here at Maroochydore. It's PNG 10-3, 63 lead. Fiji 1-4-10. My name's Chris. Look forward to your company on the other side of this break. Good afternoon, welcome back here, or good evening. Welcome back here to Maroochydore. Just to recap the umpires that we've got here today for this game in the field. We've got Lockie Marta and Liam Denagi. On the boundary, we've got Richard Aparacio, Jeremy Akerd. On the goals, we've got Pete Coleman and Rowan Butler. Goal scorers so far for PNG, we've got Dave Pewter with 4, Jeff Vogue with 3, Paul Philp with 1, singles to number 6 and number 11. And then for Fiji, we got singles to the number 15. Let's go through some of your comments. It's wonderful being with you today, and look, I want to say as we get ready to start the final term, on my behalf, thank you for the encouragement across this call. I don't have the team sheets, and you guys have been more than encouraging and sharing your insight and helping add some more colour to the game. I'm looking forward to the next games where I will be able to have access to the team sheets and we'll be able to engage a lot more with you. Esther Red says, if you are tired, don't get tired. Go Fiji. We've got some love from Jeff Vogue. Eloise says, go Rags boys. Callaghan says, go PNG. Go brother Eloise Mond. Great game today, Fiji, from NEG. I agree. I think you take away the first half. It's almost like we're seeing two different games, aren't we? In that quarter, Fiji kicked 1 goal 3 to 1 straight 6. So 9 points to 6. So now Fiji looking to press forward, getting some love for Bato Michael and Nathan Wesley as Fiji pump the ball back inside the forward 50. That went out of bounds on the full, so it will be a free kick. Let's go Mozzie's captain, who is John James LeVay. He's been a great leader today, hasn't he, John James? Really enjoyed his input today. And the long sleeve stands out really well. You can hear all the excitement happening with the women's game. There's a great man, Daniel Viles, calling that one. And it sounds like an absolute classic. But we're enjoying this game here as PNG work their way through the corridor. Lovely hit up. Beautiful. And this man has been getting lots of the ball from this space, Jeff Vogue, and he's saying, yep, I've got this. He'll go back and kick this. He has kicked 3 goals from this exact spot, all in the second quarter. He's presented well. His distance is about 55. So he'll probably have to kick from 52. Got close to the player on the mark. Goes long, goes strong, goes goal. The Mozzies have got another one. How good was that? He's now got 4. Got close to the player on the mark. Just got the distance there. And that's a lovely finish. 93 seconds into this term. And that puts the margin back out to 59 points. So he's now got 4. Juita says, that was a really good quarter, boys. Let's get some positive vibes into your plays and carry it into the next game. The game is out of reach, but not the tournament. Go Fiji, go. I agree. Now with Tonga out of the tournament, unfortunately they were a late withdrawal yesterday. This competition's wide open. Anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. We did see Nauru surprise New Zealand in the first game by 6 points. And I think both teams are very beatable. Particularly PNG. There's every chance that Fiji will bounce back. Fiji can definitely compete really hard against the likes of Nauru and New Zealand as the ball goes out of bounds. In fact, I think that's going to be a free kick. And it will go to Fiji here on the far wing. 14 minutes remaining in this game. Kick lobbed up towards the corridor. Fiji with the extra numbers. Good attempt there from PNG. Strong tackle laid. And that's holding the ball. Free kick. Beautiful persistence there from the Mosquitoes. And that's going to be a 50-metre penalty. And that will put him well and truly within range. And well done for everyone jumping on board and subscribing to AFL Play. We've got 500 to 600 subscribers over the weekend. So we appreciate you guys jumping on board and being a part of it, being a part of the journey. Watching from Griffith, New South Wales, Walla Avenue, that's Onosomo. Good to be with you. Go Fiji, go. Got close to the player on the mark. It'll fall short up towards Pewter and Co. That's another one. PNG have got another one. Beautiful finish, and that's another goal. I think. No, we're just waiting here. We're not going to go to the replay just yet. I would comfortably say from my angle that's a goal, and it is. Let's see if we can get any of that on the replay. Yep, a few high fives there. Lovely conferences. And that's a lovely finish. Socket off the ground there by number 13. Socket off the ground, making the most of the opportunities. And that's out to a game-high margin, 65 points. Diesel says, shout out to my family in Blacktown, New South Wales. Good on you, Diesel. How did the women's game go, Diesel? Be intrigued in your insights over in that game there. On the restart here, it's Papua New Guinea by 65 points. They've put on a masterclass performance, but Fiji held their own in that third term. Almost feel like they've come out as a different team. That's almost 50 metres. Right foot kick up towards high half forward. For PNG, they've got the extra numbers. Need to go to the top of the square. He likes to have a shot at goal, and he'll send it out on the netball courts. Close to. Vogue says, let's go Elton Mondo, number 18, the Mozzies, the ruckman. Quality asset to this team. Kick out towards Mondo, the man in question. Look at him go. Handball's over the top, chopped off there by the Fijian defence. Paddled out towards the boundary line, dragged in almost there by the Mosquitoes. It's going to be a free kick for too high, and it will go to the man wearing the number 22. Trav says, g'day, hello from Bairnsdale and Victoria out of Gippsland. That's a lovely part of the world, Trav. PNG will pump the ball up towards centre half forward. Ricochet's out now. Sock it off the ground, and it's a minor score. 6.5 minutes gone here in this term. 66 points the margin. Trav, Bairnsdale is one of the towns I've always wanted to visit, but I just got stuck out at Leongatha out in Gippsland. That's spent a lot of time out there. Got family out there, so Bairnsdale certainly on my radar, a place to go and check out. It's a free kick for a push in the back, and it will go to Fiji. So for those just joining us, the margin at half time. Well, the scores at half-time was 57-1. But Fiji, they won the third quarter. Conceded a couple here in this term. And some strong defensive work there by the Mosquitoes, sending the ball out of bounds. Fiji won the third term, 9-6. PNG put a couple on the board early. Having that momentum. Diesel says the ladies' game was amazing, extremely impressed the skills from both sides. All right in saying the commentary was pretty good too, Diesel. Oh, here he goes, all right, Mr. Viles. It's PNG now, rocking and rolling through the corridor. They've got an option on the lead towards the forward pocket, but he is denied by the incredible defence from the tribe. Magnificent. Sending the ball out of bounds. 66 points of margin. We're nearing on halfway through the final term. Getting a lot of love from the Fijians here on the chat. Great to be with you, wherever you may be watching. Callaghan Matthews says, my boy Elton Mondo. Let's go, Mozzies. Mondo falls to ground. Oh, no, it wasn't Mondo, it was Vogue. Darting in and out of traffic there. Lovely kick around the body. That's magnificent. Can we see that on the replay, on the stoppage? Just bottle that up and send it to the highlights reel. Yeah, kick around the body. That was fantastic. Shot on goal. And he's missed to the near side. He's kicked a couple of points now. He was probably very overwhelmed by the quality of the kick from his teammate hard up on the boundary line. Goes up again, comes to ground. Fiji, they'd love another goal. Here Fiji is the right foot kick inside the forward 50 mark. Drop there, spent it before he had it. Still inside the field of play. Got to go towards the top of the square now. Or he goes straight up towards the, well, he does over the top of the square. Kick over the head from Fiji, still going out of bounds. We'll see a throw in. That kick towards the top of the square came from Dave Pewter. Diesel says, welcome everyone in chat supporting Fiji. Great to have you involved. And for those who might be familiar with Diesel, he's the #1 fan for AFL, not living not supporting a country that is involved in the Pacific Cup. As a right foot kick around the body, and that's a minor score. Diesel's watching from LA today, so we appreciate him. I think it'd be nearly on midnight your time of the world, mate. 10 minutes gone. 68 points the margin. Streaming in a goal, puts the ball on the ground. Good tackle there from the Fijians. That was wild. It definitely was. And the Fijian player slow to his feet. Diesel says, I play for Los Angeles Dragons, the US AFL club here in America. He's also a Sydney Swans fan too. Plays in the ruck. So Elton Mondo in the number 18 for PNG. I'd like to see Elton and Diesel go toe-to-toe in the ruck, actually. That'd be a pretty good showdown. As Fiji lob the ball up towards centre-half back. They get in each other's way. Here is Mondo. Silky handball out now. Darting out of traffic, taking on 3 defenders. He shepherds for himself. Allows his teammate to go through, runs into a brick wall. The Fijian defence has not given up. Right foot kick up and under, trying to bring rain. Well, we're going to get that tomorrow. There's Mondo. Almost throws the ball out of the contest. The Mosquitoes, they're buzzing. They're being pests. They're almost unstoppable. Utilising the extra number, free kick for a hold. Yes, nearly midnight. Used to seeing games late night as the AFL usually begins at 2 a.m. It does play ruck and full forward, Diesel. There's another Fijian player. He's down slow to his feet. Right foot kick towards the outer side. And laces up his teammate, and he'll go back and have another shot on goal. For those who aren't across the new, we'll get back to that point in another moment. Kick up towards the top of the square. Mark drop there by PNG. Right foot kick up and under, goes out of bounds on the full. Shout out to number 9 from Fiji. That's coming from Sieso Nikau. For those not across the news, Tonga was a late withdrawal for the competition, which means that we won't have any men's open games on Tuesday Australian time and Friday Australian time. So there will be one women's open game tomorrow, and then we will have back-to-back games across Wednesday and Thursday. Diesel says, Sydney Swans supporter currently still shedding tears from the grand final debacle. Right foot kick, hard up on the boundary line. That's a goal. That's a beautiful kick from the boundary. Absolutely outstanding. You can see that it was a deliberate approach. That's incredible. That is incredibly hard for any player, even in the AFL. And they're out to a game-high lead, 74 points. And that was the best kick of the lot. A shout out to my lovely wife who is watching on. Diesel says rain on the forecast for tomorrow's games. Chris says rain forecast for every day for the remainder of the tournament in southeast Queensland. So we'll see rain from Maroochydore to Brisbane to the Gold Coast for the remainder of the week, even into next week. So I think there's like 10 or 12 days forecast of rain. How much we get, we're not sure. As PNG look to try and move forward, Diesel says could be worse, could be an Essendon supporter, mate. We have not won a final since 2004. So I'm still feeling the pinch of that one. But I was there for that game when Essendon beat Melbourne by less than a kick. Diesel says hello, Mrs. Sheen. Yes. Yeah, she's my better half is watching today, so she can hear me not talk for tonight. Getting it out the way now. How's that from PNG? Lovely lovely kick down the line to Paul Phillip, and Paul actually kicked the first goal of the game. It would be wonderful for PNG and wonderful for Paul if he could kick the first and last goals of the game. At least for PNG. The kick goes long, comes off hands, over the top. That was touched. It was touched. Went through for a rush behind. 15 minutes remaining, in the 15 minutes gone here in this term. We're in the dying stages. Susan says, hi Diesel, a barrack for North Melbourne and anyone playing the Swans. And that's a free kick, will go to PNG. Long way out from goal. Inside the final 2 minutes. So just a reminder, we only have one game in the Pacific Cup tomorrow. You have best seat in the house to one of the women's games at 3 p.m. local time here in Queensland. So just one game. So stick around for that, and then we'll have full complementary of games across Wednesday and Thursday. Lovely work darting in and out of traffic. Inside the forward 50. And a strong, courageous mark. And Paul Phillip might very well get on that. As Diesel says, get it all put here when you get home. Not a word from you, Chris. Silence. Oh, look, Paul, Diesel, I'm not going to lie. When I still get home, I'll talk the leg off a chair. That's still me. There's Paul Phillip, rock and roll with another sausage roll. And that lead has blown out beyond 80. And there's a lovely finish. And it's a lovely finish from a player that has set it up from the beginning. And we're in the final minute. 81 points of margin. So Paul kicked the opening goal inside the opening 2 minutes of the game. And he kicks the last goal of the game. So he has the first and last goal of the game for PNG fans. That's a nice finish to today's proceedings. As Mondo tries to paddle the ball out. The siren will beat them all here. And that'll do it. Papua New Guinea stamp their authority on the 2024 Pacific Cup with a remarkable win over Fiji, 14-7-91 to Fiji, 1-4-10. It's a team effort here from Fiji. Really hard to separate them, but when you have 8 goals from your 2 gun forwards, it's very hard for any team to shut that down. Great sportsmanship on board. Thanks to everyone who's jumped in on the chat. Really appreciate your support and appreciate the friendships that you're going to make. Thanks so much, everyone. I've got the day off tomorrow. You get to join Daniel Viles from 3 p.m. local time, Queensland time, for one of the women's games tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. My name's Chris. It has been my pleasure and it has been my privilege. Thanks for your company. I hope you have a wonderful evening. See you then.